exactly. I mean,
in a way.
it's, and I understand because the thing is that there's a lot of people that are have been broken in, and been broken into being handed a script. You know, so we were just talking early before we started the show. We were talking about you were talking about Matthew Perry saying that when he worked on that Sorkin Studio 60 or whatever it was,
Mhm.
uh, that like, you couldn't even take a pregnant pause in your line without Sorkin. I said, no, that's not there.
Mhm.
And what happens is, I remember working on Rock of Ages with Paul Giamatti, and the guy just said, I just ad lib some shit right there. And he kind of walked away from Paul. And I just looked at Paul, and saw Paul kind of have this perplexed look. And man, he said, I can fucking sit here and do the Gettysburg's Address forward and backwards. He said, I can do Adams. He said, you give me, 18 paragraphs. He says, ad lib? He said, that's not, and I said, well, thank God you got me here because I got nothing to do but think about shit because I got no lines. So I said, here, let me throw you some. So he'd get up there, I'd throw him a line. It was just like, I can't do what, I can't do the Gettysburg Express or Gettysburg, uh,
Address.
yeah, address. But, I said, I can definitely if I come up with just some bullshit to throw into a movie.
But see, now movies were always scripted, and if you had a director that was
Yeah.
amenable to it, you could work off the script. You talked about doing a lot of ad libbing in Longest Yard, right?
Uh,
But wrestling was always improvisation, and then suddenly there's writing. And when Russo, what about when Russo was there? What was how
bullet
much did
points?
he? It was just bullet points. He
Yeah,
didn't
bullet
want you to
points.
stick to
No,
okay.
no, because he knew he knew the flavor he wanted. But he wasn't gonna write your shit. Like, I remember when I came back and they would be like, and one of those writers would come up to me in WWE and they'd be like, so I was looking at some old Diesel interviews you did. I'd be like, what? Like those were like those are rotten. Those are, I mean, uh, and what I'm thinking along that line, but just not so much dialogue. Oh, so you want me to sit here and get buried by Punk? I got it. Yeah,
You were there in an interesting time, man. You saw the change. You saw
yeah, I saw it. And the
that
thing was,
changeover.
and it was the only time that I really just said, you know what, fuck it, just take the money. I did it when they handed me the odds. Again, Mick and Sullivan looked at me and goes, I said, Kevin, I don't get it. I don't get what the fuck this is. He goes, brother, it's called take the fucking money. And I was just like,
Yeah, sure.
so,
I mean, you're paid to do a job.
yeah.
You're paid to.
So Kevin, it doesn't bother you that we're wearing the same rubber masks? Not a bit, brother. Now shut up and pass the joint.